Good morning, students. You have to take out your history and civics book, class 6th. Yesterday, we have started with lesson number 2, the Indus Valley Civilization. In this lesson, we have discussed these points. Introduction. Number 2, discovery. Number 3, extent of Indus Valley Civilization. Number 4, major sites of Indus Valley Civilization. Today, we will discuss its main features. In main features, today we will discuss town planning. Before starting the town planning, let's have a look on its flow chart. Town planning. Today is 21st April. Let's start with the town planning. People in the Indus Valley Civilization were quite planned. They have done everything in a very systematic and in an organized manner. They have planned the town. The division of the town was planned. There were two parts in a town. Number 1, upper town, and number 2, lower town. Upper town was also known as citadel. Citadel was small in size, whereas lower town was large in size. In citadel, ruler or administrative people used to live. They performed the administrative activities here only. So, who used to live in citadel? Ruler and the administrative people used to live in citadel or in a upper town. In lower town, peasants used to live. Who are peasants? Those who grow pea, that is farmers. Peasants live, workers live, artisans live, and the normal people used to live here in the lower town. Keep in mind, upper town is small in size, but ruler and the people of the ministry live here, whereas lower town, it is large in size and the normal people live here in the lower town. The ruins of the Indus Valley site indicate that it was an advanced, well-organized urban civilization. Some of its striking features are town planning and buildings. The Harappan cities were very well planned. Most of these cities were divided into two parts, the upper town or the citadel and the lower town. I show you the picture of citadel, upper town and the lower town. This is the picture of Mohenjo-daro. From this picture, we came to know how was the city planned at that time or how was it divided at that time. You can see this raised part. It is raised. It is at a high platform. This part was called citadel at that time. You can see this part. It is lower and this part is called lower town. Normal people used to live here in this part. Here, this part, rectangular in shape, this was the great bath. On the religious days or during the religious ceremonies, people used to take bath over here. This part was pair houses where they used to store their goods. Again, you can see the raised part. This was citadel, and here the lower town, normal people used to live here in the lower town. City was divided into two parts. This part was raised part was citadel and this part is lower town. This was great bath and warehouse. Now citadel, this was, and we will discuss its feature later after reading. Now come to the reading part. Citadel. Usually it was on the west side of the city and the smaller in area than the lower town. It was built on high platform, raised one we have seen in the picture. High walls of baked bricks were built around the citadel to protect it during the flood. Baked bricks were used at that time for the construction purpose. They were baked, actually the mud bricks were used. They were baked or they were dried under the sun so that these bricks can be solidified and can protect it during the floods. Most public buildings or the special buildings such as storehouses, assembly hall or town hall, the Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro, fire altars were built around the citadel. Here the new word comes, the fire altars. What do you mean by the word fire altars? You might have heard the word Havan Kund. Yes, fire altars are Havan Kund, an elevated place on which sacrifices are offered to the gods and ancestors. Fire altars were built around the citadel. Possibly the ruling classes lived here. Do you know? Mohenjo-daro is an ancient city of Indus Valley civilization. Its time period was 2600 to 1700 BC, which is now a major archaeological site in Pakistan, that is southwest of Sukkur. The Great Bath. It was found in Mohenjo-daro. It looked like a special rectangular tank. It resembles a large swimming pool. We have seen a large swimming pool, a rectangular in shape. Yes, it measures 11.88 meters in length, 7.01 meters in width and is 2.43 meters deep. It was lined with the bricks and coated with the plaster. It was made watertighter with the layer of natural tar, that is coal tar or bitumen. Here the new word comes, bitumen. Let's have the definition of bitumen. A black sticky substance used for making the roofs and road. You might have seen the construction of the roads. A black color sticky material you might have seen, that is bitumen. Here in your book also is the picture of Great Bath. There were rooms with the two openings on the all sides which were possibly used as the changing rooms. The one opening at the top was to let the water in from the nearby well. The other opening was to drain out the used water. Scholars generally believe that the people took bath in this tank on the special occasions, that is during the religious ceremonies. Let's have a look on its picture. It is a picture of Great Bath. You can see a rectangular tank over here. It looks like a swimming pool. Its length is almost 11.88 meters and 7.01 meters width. It was lined with the bricks and coated with the plaster. It was made watertighter. Here you can see these cabins on both the sides. These were used for the changing of clothes. Here you can see the drainage pipe. From this pipe, from one side the water drains out and from the other side there was to let the water in from the nearby well. This tank was used by the people on the special ceremonies or during the special occasions only to take the bath. Storehouses or the granaries. Mohenjo-daro, Harappa and Lothal had elaborated storehouses. Elaborated, detailed, expanded, but here it means production with the minuteness. They have taken care of each and everything. The largest building found in Mohenjo-daro is granary. What is granary? Storehouse of grains, yes, which is a 45.71 meters long and 15.23 meters wide. In Harappa, there were 6 granaries which were used for storing the surplus grains. Surplus means extra grains. Near the granaries, the circular brick platforms have been found that were probably used for the threshing of grains. Now, what is threshing? Threshing means to separate grains by the machine. After granaries, there comes the assembly hall or town hall, a huge structure measuring 69 meters long and 23.4 meters wide, with the walls about 1.5 meters thick, has been found in Mohenjo-daro. It was used either as an administrative block or as an assembly hall for the meetings. In your school, there is an assembly hall. What we used to do there, meetings over there and the functions are celebrated. Fire altars. Fire altars have been discovered from Kalibangan and Lothal. The discovery suggests that the people of Indus Valley performed the sacrifices also. Before, I have discussed the definition of fire altars. Have a look on the image also, picture also. Present day, these are the Havan Kunds, but we have got the remains. This was the remain we have got. That's why archaeologists have came to know about the religious sacrifices at that time also. Now come back to the reading part. Lower town. Till now we have discussed upper part, that is citadel. Now come to the lower town. It was generally to the east of city. It was large but lower than the citadel and served as the residential area where the common people used to live. Residential area, it's a living area. For whom? For the common people. It was also surrounded by the high walls of baked bricks to protect it from the flood. Citadel was also surrounded by the high walls of the baked bricks. Why the high walls were built? To protect it from the floods. Houses. The houses of the common people were generally 1 or 2 storied. The rooms were built around the courtyard. The houses were separated by narrow but straight lanes. All the houses were made of good quality. Baked bricks of uniform size. Uniform size means same size. Most of the houses had a separate bathroom, a kitchen and a well. The people seem to have had comfortable living quarters. The quarters varied from small ones with the 2 rooms and to the larger ones having as many as 20 rooms. Let's have a picture of house. It is a great view of houses in the Indus Valley civilization. This seems like a quarter. You can see every quarter has its own kitchen, bathroom and the living area and the rooms. The smaller houses have the 2 rooms and the larger as many as 20 rooms. These houses were made of dried bricks and the baked bricks. You can see here the house. Central lobby was there, center part courtyard was there and surrounding rooms were there. The houses even in that time was very well planned. Now let's come to the drainage system. How they dispose the waste. The Harappan people had an excellent well planned drainage system. This proves that they paid great attention to the sanitation and cleanliness, sanitation, health, hygiene. The drains in the houses were connected to the street drain and ran along the street in the straight lines and were usually covered. Each drain had a gentle slope so that water could flow through it easily. They had inspection holes. At a regular intervals to clean them. Inspection means survey holes. Till today we have to cover till here only. I hope you will do the exercises till here. Thank you.